For my first claim that I'll be making as to how I improved during the duration of this class as a writer, I'll be looking into my analysis of texts and articles. In the beginning of the class, I had very little information on how to properly analyze a source and look at it from an unbiased perspective. This is clearly shown from my second short analysis paper about bilingual education, where I read Ron Unz's article about Proposition 227 being passed, and I took it for face value as bilingual education being inferior to English only, and that we should implement English only education as students who partook in it in this certain scenario improved dramatically academically. However, after reading comments on my essay, I went back and I revisited the article as well as an article from Krashen. Krashen attributed the results shown in Unz's article to co-founding factors that weren't accounted for. Co-founding factors such as the socioeconomic status of the students who were in those English-only programs and other things proved that the claims made in Unz's article were not sufficient enough to stand alone. Had I not went back and read, I would have never understood this perspective, and I would have misinterpreted the information and written an ineffective prose on the situation. Now, what this means overall for how I developed as a writer is when I read an article, especially when I need to gather the information from it to use it as a source in a essay or paper I am writing, I will approach the article with a clear mind, not taking any positions, and look at it from an analytical standpoint. I will dissect the article and make sure I am understanding each part, and I will cross-reference it with other articles that are available to make sure I am gathering the right stance from said article. As you can see from my short analysis paper 2 to my expanded one, I clearly was able to challenge the claims made by Unz in his article by referencing Krashen's claims that the students in those English-only education programs were most likely of better socioeconomic status or had come from places where they had adequate schooling, whereas the kids in the bilingual programs have not been exposed to such thing. And those factors which were not accounted for or mentioned by Unz show a misinterpretation of the data collected.